Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Mindful Hour of Parenting webinar. We are coming today to talk a little bit more about my newest ebook on parenting tweens and teens. This is a copy of The Mindful Hour of Parenting, a roadmap to reconnecting and creating a healthy relationship with your tween or teen and young adults as well. So this is my space. I'm Flavia Nazareth. I want to introduce myself as we start this, but I'm just super excited that we're here. The goal for Mindful Hour of Parenting that is that we can create a community of mindful parents, mindful educators, mindful caregivers, that we can start creating a new generation of adults, children now, teenagers, and future adults that don't have to recover from their childhood, and we can start creating a more respectful, compassionate, and fair community world. And I believe that we should start with our family unit and we can expand to pretty much everyone in this planet. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I have a couple of things that I want to say before we begin. So you will be able to see me on the corner, and then you have my slides and some of the things that we're going to be talking about during this meeting. This meeting probably going to last about 45 minutes, and I'll open for questions if you guys have any questions at the end. If you want to put any comments on the chat box, feel free to do it. And at the end, I will share how to get in touch with me, how to schedule your discovery call with me. And if you're interested in knowing more, I'll put my contact information for you. Get in touch. Okay, so let's get started. I'm really excited to be here. This is my first ebook on parenting, and it was a very special moment for me to be able to write this script and put in motion a book. So I'm super excited to be doing this, extremely grateful for the opportunity to be sharing some of the most important phases of my life in transforming my own parenting. So all of this is because I took the first step, like you're taking now, in being here and watching this video or being part of this conversation now. And I just already want to congratulate you for taking the first step and starting to feel like there's something different, right? What I'm doing right now is really not really, there's something different that I want to get to. So I'm already proud of you and super excited that we can discover more about being the mindful parent that you know you're meant to be. So this work is pretty much a quick, like a kickstart to you discovering your journey as a mindful parent. We're going to be talking about shifting paradigms and shifting perspectives on parenting, some of the old beliefs, some of the old things that we used to repeat. Now we can kind of take a pause and question it. And even though all the information I'm going to be sharing is useful for pretty much any age, I am focusing a little bit more on preteen, so 10, 11, and older. And we can go all the way to young adults in their 30s as well. And so I hope that it's something that would inspire you to rethink some of the beliefs and old things you had in your mind about how to be a parent and what's your role is actually in your family. So just want to introduce myself a little bit more, give you guys a little bit more information about me. So I'm Flavia Nazareth. I have a teenager at home, Olivia. She's almost 14. I live in North Carolina, United States, with my husband and my dog, Sparky. I moved from Brazil, where I practiced law before moving here, in 2006. And I have been just so warmly welcome to this community, and I want to give it back now with some of the information that I have right now on how to raise healthier, more mindful kids, teenagers, and future adults. I have a art studio for kids where I teach kids ages 5 and up. I used to teach toddlers too, but now we're changing a little bit And I also teach teenagers and young adults. And so as a child educator, I've been seeing the difference in mindset and the amount of anxiety, depression in our society, especially with young ones. And I started to study and just for personal enrichment. And through the 10, 13 years being a child educator, started to really wanted to make more of an impact. So I got a certification as an art therapy practitioner. It is a non-clinical. I'm not a licensed psychologist or a licensed mental health professional, but I am also a coach, a trauma-informed coach. I have my certification from the Jai Institute of Parenting as a parent coach, and also am a teen coach specialist. So I'm super excited to be able to offer a variety of approaches, not only with art making, but creative approaches, many tools in different um, psychology resources and the coaching, more actionable tools, but also inform as a trauma informed coach. I'll be able to really get deeper and support you. And I know as a parent, as an entrepreneur, I know really the effect of having support. And I want to extend that now to you and to our community. And because being alone in our pain is actually what makes us go through a traumatic experience. So I want to be here for you. I want to be able to share resources either through my ebooks, through conversations like the one we have in today, or through my coaching programs or whatever information I put on my blog. I want to be able to give you a hand and say, you're not alone. You make sense. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. And there's hope. So my method, just like I'm saying here, you can read here on the slides, is really to help you find motivation and purpose. Either you as a parent or you tween or teenager when they're doing coaching with me, to develop healthy coping strategies, to foster emotion regulation, to learn how to tolerate distress. So really getting that muscle and the capacity to hold and to feel the emotions, for you to grow, for you to be able to connect, cultivate deeper sense of self-awareness, self-compassion, and so we can create better relationships. And again, I just want to tell you that you are not alone. You make sense. And I hope that through this transformation and even through this conversation today, that you get to start healing and start making sense so you can connect with your teenager, with your kids in a more deeper level, creating a relationship that can actually create a ripple effect through future generations. So, as I said in the beginning, my journey as a parent coach actually started when I started healing myself and going through all the science, the brain development findings, all the evidence in neurobiology, all the new theories, actually not that new. It really led me into a new place in my life, and it was affecting the way I was parenting my daughter, my relationships at work, my relationship with my husband, with my family, and it was just such a powerful space to be in. And I felt like I still feel like I need to share this. I want everyone to feel that transformation and to be able to get more information that can transform the way you offer your presence in the world. And I really do believe that there is hope. And when we know that we're not alone, when we know that other people, as human and as imperfect as I am, we're able to get to, you know, that you're also part of that group, that you can take steps into that space and start healing, start connecting, start making more sense of who you are, your mental playlist. So we're going to be talking about these things. But what made me really start on this journey was my own search for a better me. And the way I was raised was probably, in my generation, I would say maybe your generation, a very common way of being raised, all about punishments and dysregulation in the house, a lot of stress. And I remember my mom saying, or people in my family saying, kids were they're here to be seen and not heard. So we had like really no value, right? We had no say. And I remember many feelings in my childhood where I had to just create a space for the adults to exist better, not to be an inconvenience. And I believe that you may have had similar experiences, either with more punishments, more yelling, more shaming, or feeling like you had no place to express your emotions, express your feelings. You felt maybe I don't make sense. And my view of this now is completely different. And I knew when my daughter was getting older, especially, that I didn't want to be the parent that was going to make her feel the way I felt growing up. And this mindful guide is going to be, I hope, this transformation that you can change the narrative from being in a stressful parent, a um, dysregulated parent, into finding more peace, taking better care of yourself, healing your own pain so you can actually create a new parenting style that makes more sense to you, that is actually in relationship to your kids and not in relationship to your pain. So this is nothing more than an invitation for you to really be the best person that you can be with the healing. We're not looking for perfection. Actually, it's the opposite. We're looking for our humanity. And you get to decide what's best for your family. So I'm not going to be here telling you when this happened, you did this, or having a script for you. We may even get into some of that if you're part of the coaching program with me or come to individual sessions or group sessions with me. But mostly is to make you connect with yourself, make you connect with the child who's right in front of you, and then create that relationship. This is the base, the foundation of what we do in Mindful Art of Parenting. And I do believe that our kids are our spirited guides. They bring up what we need to heal. They are going to really, in that family dynamic, see what is dysfunctional, what's not really, and they're going to bring up so we can deal with that, almost like we're looking in the mirror and we really see deep down what's really happening. So my goal for this masterclass, for our talk today, is that you can start shifting your views on parenting, the way you see your kids, your teenagers, your teens, so you can be more intentional and more meaningful in your journey as you discover your own roadmap into becoming the parent that makes more sense to you. So the mindful approach is to be more conscious and intentional about your actions and emotions. You're more equipped to deal with whatever comes your way. You have a better understanding about your internal landscape and what's outside of you. And you really have you have more resources. You have new abilities instead of just repeating what you were taught, that was taught by your grandparents and so on and so on. So we're going to start this um, mindful journey, going one letter of the word mindful, one at a time.